The jungle did not sleep. It breathed. Not like trees breathe, not like wind moves through leaves. It breathed like something buried was inhaling. Dr. Adrian Vale felt it the moment his boots pressed into the damp soil of the Yucatan Peninsula. The air was heavy, too heavy, thick with humidity, yes, but also something else, something watchful. Above him, the canopy sealed the sky shut. Sunlight bled through in thin, sickly strands. The deeper they walked, the darker it became. Behind him, Sofia Reyes adjusted her backpack and scanned the jungle. "You're sure about this location?" she asked. Adrian didn't answer immediately. His fingers brushed the edge of the obsidian tablet inside his satchel. Even through the cloth wrapping, it felt unnaturally cool. He had found it months ago in a forgotten storage vault in Mexico City, a relic purchased illegally decades earlier, catalogued incorrectly, then abandoned. But when he translated the glyphs carved onto its surface, something felt wrong. The language was not fully Mayan, it was older. And one sentence appeared again and again: "Do not wake the god beneath the roots." Most academics would have dismissed it as metaphor. Adrian did not believe in coincidence, and the coordinates etched on the edge of the tablet had led them here, to a place no map labeled, to a part of the jungle the locals avoided. The warning. The last village before the tree line had been quiet. Too quiet. When Adrian showed the tablet to an elderly woman sitting outside her home, her expression changed immediately. She didn't gasp, she didn't shout, she simply reached forward and grabbed his wrist. Her grip was surprisingly strong. "When the ground begins to breathe," she whispered in Spanish, "you must not stand on it." Sofia had laughed nervously. Adrian had smiled politely. Now, hours later, that warning replayed in his mind, because beneath his boots the earth felt soft, not muddy, not unstable, soft, like flesh beneath skin. He paused. "Sofia," he said quietly, "do you feel that?" She stopped walking. The jungle was loud, insects shrieking, leaves rustling, distant bird calls echoing. But underneath it all, there was a faint vibration, a low, rhythmic pulse. She frowned. "It's probably just water movement underground." Maybe it was, but the pulse felt deliberate, steady, alive. They found the stone just before sunset. It rose from the earth like a broken tooth, half consumed by vines and moss. Adrian knelt and brushed dirt away with his sleeve. A face emerged, carved into black stone. The eyes were closed, the mouth was stitched shut, and from the forehead, spiraling down across the cheeks and jaw, roots had been carved, not growing from the earth, but growing into the skull. Sofia stepped back. "That's not any Mayan deity I recognize." Adrian swallowed, because he recognized the symbol etched above the head. He had seen it on the tablet. A name that did not exist in any surviving codex: Zulveth, a forgotten god, not of death, not of the underworld, but of growth, uncontrolled growth, growth without limit, growth that consumes. The jungle around them suddenly felt closer. The trees leaned inward, listening. They made camp nearby. The sky darkened quickly beneath the canopy, and soon only the beam of their flashlights cut through the black. The jungle came alive in the darkness. Insects screamed, something slithered through leaves, branches snapped in the distance. Sofia fell asleep first. Adrian lay awake. The tablet rested beside him. He stared upward into the thick ceiling of leaves. And then he heard it. A low sound, not from above, from below. A deep vibration, like a heartbeat echoing through soil. He froze. The ground beneath his sleeping mat pulsed once, then again, slow, heavy, deliberate. Adrian pushed himself up slowly. His flashlight trembled slightly in his grip as he clicked it on. The beam swept across the forest floor and stopped. Something thin and pale had emerged from the earth beside his bag, a root, but it was not growing, it was moving, sliding across the surface of the soil like a searching finger. Another one pushed upward, and another. They twisted and coiled, slow and purposeful, reaching. Adrian stood carefully, stepping back. The moment his boot crushed one of the thin roots, the jungle went silent, instantly. No insects, no wind, no distant movement, just silence, total and absolute. Sofia jolted awake. What happened? Adrian didn't answer, because the ground beneath them exhaled. The soil sank slightly, as if something massive beneath the earth had shifted its weight. A slow, subterranean adjustment, like a creature rolling in its sleep, or waking. The roots withdrew, sliding back into the soil, disappearing as if they had never been there. Sound slowly returned to the jungle. First the insects, then the leaves, then distant movement. Sofia stared at the ground. Tell me I imagined that. Adrian looked at the place where the roots had been. The earth there was slightly indented, soft, warm. No, he whispered, and far below them, deeper than any ruin, deeper than any buried temple, something ancient continued to breathe, waiting.